Welcome to this month's edition of the So What Box, where we are going to learn how to make a really cute and easy kitten bed for your cat or your friend's cat. First, we are going to work with the long and skinny part of the fabric kit that you've got. Make sure that we put the skinny sides together, line them up, and pin them together. We want the right sides of the fabric together, so the crisp printed sides. Now we're going to start sewing with the right edge of the presser foot against the right edge of the fabric and reverse stitch a few stitches as you begin and end. Let's cut both of our tails of thread off. Now we are going to pin this loop that we have made onto one of the squares of our kit. Let's start with the seam that we just made, and we are going to line it up with one of these corners. We're going to first line it up along the edge like so. Stick a pin on this side in a diagonal direction. And then we're just going to pin along one edge of the square. Make sure that your edges of this fabric are lined up with each other. When we get to the corner, we're going to pin diagonally again. And then if you watch closely, I'll show you how we're going to fold this so that we can pin along the second edge. Make sure that when you pin this together, you're only pinning one layer of this skinny piece of fabric. Now we're going to just pin all the way around. Now when we get to the end, if we don't quite match up enough, see my skinny piece right here wasn't quite long enough to make it around the square, I'm just going to stretch it a tiny bit so that it matches up in length, and then I'm going to put a couple extra pins there to hold that in place. So it'll all even out once we get it sewn. Now we're going to start at one of the corners. Make sure that you're only going through one layer of these corners the way that they're folded. And we're going to reverse stitch and then continue sewing with the right edge of the presser foot against the right edge of your fabric. Once we get to the corner here, we're going to sew as about a thumb's width away from the edge of the fabric in front of the presser foot. Make sure that your needle is down, and you can use the large knob on the side of your sewing machine to put your needle down. Then you lift up your presser foot, pivot that fabric around, and as you make that pivot, you change the direction of that corner fold, pushing all that excess fabric out of the way. Watch as I do that in this corner. See how I pushed that fold of fabric out of the way as I pivoted so that I would not accidentally sew through multiple layers of fabric. Once we got to the end and we reverse stitched, we're just going to check and make sure that we caught both edges of all of that stuff. There were no holes, so now we're going to put the top piece on, and we're going to start on that fold. Did you see how I started on that fold so that it's not crooked? As we get over here, we're lining up this top edge along the edge, and then when we get to the corner, we're just going to kind of fold it a little bit and pin it so that it's now going in the direction of the second edge of that square. Make sure that you are lining these pieces up with the edges together and the right sides of the fabric facing each other. So the crisp printed side of the fabric the side that you want to see when you are done with your project, should be facing each other. If you guys have any questions on how to do any of these steps, make sure to comment on this video and I will get back to you as soon as I can on that. Now right here, we put 2 backwards pins because we are not going to sew in between the backwards pins. We're going to leave a hole here about the size of your hand, and that's how we are going to stuff the cat pillow. So when we get back over to our sewing machine, we're gonna start on the edge of the hole closest to us. So we're just gonna put our presser foot down there and sew forward, reverse stitch, and then continue sewing. It's important here to make sure that you are only getting 2 layers of fabric because you don't want to accidentally sew the other side of the kitten pillow together. So once we get to the corner here, we're going to pivot just like we did the last time. Put your needle down, pick up your presser foot, and then pivot this whole fabric around. But this time you're going to put your hand underneath and make sure that you push all that excess fabric from the corner away from the direction that you are going. Because again, we want to only be going through 2 layers of fabric right here. So as I come up here, I pivot and then push that fold out towards the left. Watch on this corner, I've got the folds of fabric towards me. See that? I pivot and I push them towards the left. Now we're coming up on the other edge of this hole. Remember to stop at the, oh, I guess that's not until next corner. After this corner, we're going to be coming up to the edge of the hole. So when you get to that backwards pin, reverse stitch and then trim your threads and we're done. Once you've made sure that you caught all of the edges there with your stitching, go ahead and flip this puppy right side out and then take your finger and poke out all those corners. Now we are going to stuff and we can just shove a bunch of stuffing in here. I like to take littler handfuls and put it in the corners first, and then just shove big handfuls into the center. Once we get that all stuffed, we're going to need to get your hand sewing needle out and threaded. Make sure that you tie a knot in one end of your thread. And the first place that we're going to go is we're going to go on one side of the hole right up through the seam allowance. Once we do that, we are going to sew this hole together. And watch how I just go in and out a little bit on the top and then down and up a little bit on the bottom. We're going to try to evenly space these stitches. Remember to pull this thread tight as you go. You want this to be snug, but not too tight. If you pull too tight as you go along, it will just pucker the seam that we are hand stitching a little bit. When I get to the end of this hole, I will show you what that would look like and how you would fix it if that were the case. Alright, so if we were to have pulled too tight, see how it's scrunched up? We could just fix that by tugging out on the edges a little bit, and that would fix that. Alright, now we're at the end, we need to tie a knot. So we're just going to stick this needle in where that thread comes out, and just take a little tiny nip at that material, and then go through this loop here. I like to go through twice to make sure that I get a good knot, and then you're going to pull it tight. And it's a good idea to always do this twice, so watch pretty good as I do this one. Gonna take a little piece of that fabric right there, leave a loop out, and then go through twice. Pull tight, and then once you have a couple knots, you can stick this pin going straight in, put the needle straight in by the knot, and come out anywhere in your stuffed piece. And we're going to go find the scissors. Pull a little tightly and then cut that close, and then it just sucks that tail of thread into the stuffed piece so that you will not see it anymore. Now we need to sew a button on the center of this cat bed. So we've tied another knot in the end of our piece of thread on our sewing needle. We're going to go straight down in the center. Once we go straight down, we need to go straight back up right next to where we went down, which might be a little difficult just because of the stuffing. Make sure that you come out on the top next to where your thread went down. Now you're going to want to pull really tight and then go up one hole in your button, and then down another hole in your button. And then you're going to go straight down again, right where you went down the first time, and make sure on the bottom that you're coming out by where your threads already were. And that might be the hard one. Now you're going to pull really, really, really tight. And then do this a couple times. Go back up and go through one of the holes of the buttons and back down through another hole, and back and forth a couple times until it's really good and tight. And then you're going to tie off a knot just like we did before. Once you get that tight and tied off, then you have made a wonderful and cute cat bed. Congratulations! I am sure that your project turned out beautiful. I hope that you and your kitten enjoy. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you.